Happy Halloween, friends! I'm Gabe from The Search for Tiki, and this is the final bonus episode of 13 Nights of Tiki Frights. Thank you guys for watching all season long. This is the first year we put the interviews throughout the month of October, and I think it was a good change. But with that said, we will send out a survey. If you have watched any of the videos, if you participated in any of the giveaways, if you can let us know what you thought of this year's 13 Nights of Tiki Frights event. Sponsored by Plantation Rum. Thank you to Plantation Rum. Sponsored by Tiki Farm, the world's largest manufacturer of high-end tiki mugs. And, of course, sponsored by Dawn the Beachcomber, which is coming back in a big way to Florida. They've announced multiple locations opening over several years. Guys, I'm super excited because we get to talk to the Creeps, Creeper Cove, Ian and Autumn. I've been following them and their podcast on Instagram for a long time. I've had the pleasure of being on their show, and now they're going to be on our show. We're also going to be announcing tonight the winners of the Enchanted Carving Contest. So if you guys submitted a pumpkin and you're hoping to win some prizes, you're going to find out tonight whether you won or not. We did get a lot of awesome submissions, so I apologize in advance if you don't win any. I did have to choose, 3 winners, so we've done that. We'll announce that at the end of the episode. But with that said, I'm excited to talk to Creepers Cove, especially on this All Hallows Eve, Halloween night. So let's bring them in. Guys, you dancing was so distracting because I could see you guys in the little square below before we pull you in, just busting it out to the.
Well, your theme music is so fun. We're just over here.
So catchy.
We're
I appreciate
popping
it.
around. It was great, man.
I'm a good dancer. What can I say?
Thanks for joining.
Good. We use good dancer.
Thank you for
loosely.
having us.
I got to experience the dance, but the other people didn't. You only saved them for the best.
Well, let's just pretend. Let's do it again. Here, just go ahead.
All right, let's start with the beginning. You won't know your life. Anyways, happy Halloween, guys. Thanks for spending time with us on what I can only assume is your favorite day of the year.
It is.
Yeah. Halloween is very much like our Super Bowl weekend.
It is. Yeah, it's a big to-do.
Yeah, we actually had a really big party here on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Some of you might know we no longer live in Kansas City where we started Creepers Cove. We're actually back in California. So pros and cons, we have a much larger, more awesome Creepers Cove space here, but we don't have that amazing community that we built in Kansas City. So we're slowly trying to build that here. And we were able to just kind of start those initial steps with this Saturday Halloween party that we had here at Creepers Cove, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of globe trotters because you started. Was it in New York?
Well, no, we started technically in San Diego. We together started in San Diego. We met working together in San Diego, 2009.
Fuck's sake.
A long time.
Am I allowed to swear on here? I want to make sure.
Tell us you're old without telling us you're old.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. So, YouTube actually gives you an option. Is it designed for kids? Okay. And I say no. It is not designed for kids.
Do you want to know how old I am? You want to know how old I am? I burped the other day and cracked a rib. At least it felt that way.
I threw out my back for about 2 weeks, like I was out of commission. And of course, how did I throw out my back?
How did you throw out your back?
I wasn't doing something amazing, lifting furniture or anything. No, I bent over to put my laundry in my drawer. And
that's the worst thing you do. It's the bend over.
Yeah,
it's the bend. Yep.
It's the bend. It's the bend that's going to get you, man.
I woke up the other day in immense pain because I turned over and my knee didn't come with me.
That's your knee popped rolling over in bed.
Yeah. That's never a good sign.
It was out of control.
No, it's not good. Not good. Luckily, my boobs are still perky.
They're
I have
great.
a few fine lines, but my knee is in a completely separate direction than the rest of my body.
Me, I have less fine lines, and my boobs are no longer perky.
Right.
They are robust. They are robust and swinging akimbo.
Yeah,
It
Nice.
is wild.
it's true.
It's not nice.
It's a
That's
good
a good
compliment,
aesthetic.
though.
Yeah, I'm really leaning into it.
You ever knock stuff over in the in Creeper's Cove because your boobs are just out of control?
So that's actually what happened to her first Surfside Sips custom straw. We're on a live, and it wasn't my hand. It was actually my right tit that knocked it out of the glass.
I think I was there for that episode, and
It might have been.
It was one of my favorites.
Fortunately, proud sponsor of Dark Paradise is Surfside Sips. Andrew, the amazing Picasso Pyrex, he was able to make us a new one. So shout out to Surfside.
Two new ones, because this is now the third iteration.
I'm only responsible for the first one.
Disagree.
Anyways, moving on. Let's move this on.
We're already fighting. Yes. Shout out to Surfside Sips, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
He had kind of a cool story this week. He was, had his back against the wall. Business had slowed down a little bit, and the Instagram community pulled together for him and helped him out to get him
in the best way
where he needed to be. So.
It was pretty amazing, and that's something we want to kind of get across to the rest of the people in this community. Not just Andrew. Andrew's a great story for what this community can do for each other. If there's anything ever bothering you guys, or but before you reach that point where your back is against the wall, reach out to people. You can never underestimate just how gracious and giving this community can be. So we told Andrew, dude, don't wait until it's you're almost gonna lose your home kind of situation. Reach the fuck out, and we're all gonna support each other. We actually we recently started this Tiki Takeover friends group on Instagram to help some of the ceramicists and other artists and merch makers, and it's been awesome. We just basically you share that, hey, I'm going to be releasing this mug tomorrow. Can you guys share this on your stories, on your posts? And everybody rallies, done, posted, got you. This community is really great for things like that. So lean on one another.
Yeah. And one of the things that's been going on, if people aren't aware, social media reach just isn't what it used to be.
No,
it seems to be geared more towards video, and more than just video, it's geared towards viral, funny, that kind of stuff. So if you're on Instagram, that's probably what you're seeing. So you might see less of the artists than you did before. That coupled with the fact that, we're out of the recession, people are out and about, they're maybe not as buying. Autumn is gone.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. You were making a really profound statement, and I didn't want to interrupt, but our dog is going to town on her toy.
Dude, that's the scariest thing I have seen all October. Why the face?
I'm so sorry. This was so serious, but she has fluff everywhere, and I had to handle it.
Look at that! There's just a gaping hole in this little bear's face. So I'm so sorry.
Is your dog okay?
She's good. We're not giving her attention. She always does this, even when whenever we do our Dark Paradises, she just gets so fucking jealous.
She goes straight for the face.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a weird voodoo doll situation. She knows. She's like, this is you. This is what I'm doing to you.
Someone on Facebook said that toy has seen things.
That toy has seen things.
I agree. It still has its eyes. It's just the mouth that's missing.
That's like a fucked up torture, Saw 11 situation. It's force you to watch me eat your fucking mouth out. It's awesome. Great.
We love dogs. We love dogs. Yeah, Instagram's been brutal. Yeah. You can change on your feed. There's a little thing at the top left where you can choose to see the people you follow rather than the suggested. And suggested shows you ads. Every 3 posts is an ad. So if you want to see
something similar to what you look at, I get a lot of cooking videos, which is fun on my personal account, but on Queen of the Cove, I want to see the people that I follow. Yeah,
so much of but most people don't really understand that. They're not privy to that thing, or even subscribing. That's another thing we've kind of become aware of. Subscribe to the artists, subscribe to the accounts, use that subscribe button so that you actually get their content sent to you.
Save it, comment on it. That goes
Share it.
a long way.
I think saving matters more than likes or comments. If you really want to support someone, hit the little save button on Instagram.
I save so much shit.
It was the funniest thing is we hit the wall where we're also we're seeing just such low engagement on our posts, and like it's so low impact for us because we don't like depend on this for like a revenue stream.
Right,
a lot of our friends
job,
like that's their
yeah.
job. Like you got Oakwash, you got all these guys who are making these amazing mugs, and people just aren't seeing them like they used to. So it's like it sucks for that, right? So we saw our little measly like our lives not getting a lot of views, and we were like shitting the bed about it and complaining. And of course, we make a post that says "fuck the Instagram algorithm," and somehow that gets like 600 likes, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Go fuck yourself, Instagram.
Really weird stuff. Yeah.
A lot of good came out of it. That's where that Tiki Takeover group kind of spawned from. And
so save shit.
Support
Comment on
people,
it,
man.
Support people's stuff that you like and appreciate. And Instagram does this really cool thing where you can have like little folders, and you could share those folders with people. So like on our personal accounts, it's a lot of
dildos and
food. So
I don't even know that feature. So there you go.
You just got to say it a bunch, and it just shows up on your feed.
Right. But like you see a video, you can save it to a folder with
like
other
Beetlejuice.
people.
You just say
Yes.
dildo 3 times, and then you get a folder full of.
Shows up. It just shows up, man.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, you know I had to. Of course. I had to. We are sponsored by Plantation, not Bud Light, and you're sponsored by Ten to I.
So do I.
But tonight,
also
you know, when talking to the creeps, I got to do the buds.
Traditions are traditions, man.
Tradition. And for those watching that don't know, we've talked about it a couple times, but if you don't know the story, it's because we were at Tiki Oasis. I was sitting at the bar, and this creepy dude comes up, and you know, you're at a Tiki Weekender event. You're there for, you know, impart the cocktails, and he comes up and he's like, "I'll have 12 Bud Lights."
See, you're not giving proper context, though. Okay.
Okay. Let's. All right.
Allow me to. First, let's cheers. Cheers,
buddy.
Cheers, buddy. Okay, so the proper context is we're at Tiki Oasis in San Diego. This is the first time that we actually got to meet a lot of the people that became
you.
You did.
Don't we me in this.
It's always the royal we. Wherever I go, you're with me.
But I was not with you, and I did not get to meet you.
Okay, so I was at Tiki Oasis. This is the first one that I got to go and meet all those people that we built these like really cool connections with over the pandemic. So getting to meet Andrew from Surfside Sips, meeting Mac and Val of Old Mac Tiki, Chief Tiki Tay, like all these people for the very, very first time, which was amazing. But I also got to meet Gabe for the very first time. And we were already there before Gabe got there. So we had already ran into this issue where when you go to the Town and Country at San Diego Tiki Oasis, the bar staff is not part of Oasis. It's all the Town and Country staff who hates that this event is going on, and they hate the Tiki people. So they're in no rush to fucking make you your drinks. So we were sitting there for fucking like 40 minutes waiting on like a shitty Mai Tai. And finally we would get one. So we went up for the next round. And again, I was waiting for like way too fucking long. And I said, you know what? Fuck this. Give me a round of beers. Those are easy to fucking put alcohol in our bodies. So that's what happened. I didn't go up there with the intention of saying, I could really use a Bud Light. Everybody,
I hear a lot of excuses.
He comes home all the time and is like, you know what? I really want a Bud Light.
Never said that. I've never said that. This is a Miller High Life house.
But you didn't order those. You got Bud Lights. But, dude, I will say.
It's a High Life house, man.
Sideways.
We are who we are.
I was at the bar at the same time, and they were keeping up with my drinks just fine.
Oh.
Assholes recognize assholes. I think it's me. I think it was me in this equation. Yeah, that's one thing like, I could.
That dude's creepy. We want nothing to do with him.
It's probably I'm at the bar like this.
I wouldn't give you any drinks either, Ian.
They're like,
yep. See, Autumn wasn't there,
that guy's back.
But if Autumn had been there, you know, she'd be on team search.
Oh yeah, she started her little dance, and we would have got a free round of Bud Lights. Would have been fantastic, man. Would have been great.
All right.
Yeah,
here's a serious question for you.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna try for a serious one.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Why do so many tiki enthusiasts also love horror? What's your thought?
I think it's so first thought, yeah, our dog is fucking farting right now from eating face. Those are oh man, those are face farts. My word.
So bad,
that's the scariest thing in the Cove right now. Okay. So I would say most tiki enthusiasts have also like a fondness for horror because it's that element of danger, right? It's that horror is escapist, right? It's an escapist joy. It's being able to sit in your fear, knowing that you're not actually in danger. So there's something also that you kind of get that from tropical escapism as well. You build these spaces that are these foreign, unknown lands and unknown scenarios that could possibly happen. There's a lot of elements of danger in the names of drinks and the mysterious concoctions that are maybe poisonous if you drink too many of them. So I think there's always an element of danger in tiki. Not just in the cocktails, but also in the decor and the mythologies that kind of people build around those home spaces and those bars, commercial bars. So I think that kind of ties in naturally with like the horror genre. Same thing with kind of the adventure feel, but I think almost I almost say more so with the horror than adventure. What's up? What do you got?
I have a different answer.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So I think I see a lot of similarities between horror and tiki that I do with like Dead fans and like
Grateful Dead
fans and like Jimmy Buffett stuff and tiki.
Rest in peace.
Right. I think it's just like finding another group of people that you can be as much yourself.
Fanatical people,
fanatical people that aren't gonna be judgmental or we kind of talked a little bit about it earlier, but like this community is the best part for me of tiki, and it gives me the same feelings as anybody who doesn't know.
She was a big deadhead,
born and raised a deadhead, and it gives me the same kind of feelings of like you belong somewhere. Your likes, your passions, your things are valid and they're okay, and like in certain communities, especially like drinking communities, that may not always be the case.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I feel like the crossover is.
It's like finding your weirdos. Like
like finding your people.
You're weirdos.
Yeah.
Deadheads are weirdos. Horror fans are weirdos, and like
all of it is okay. Like there's no judgment. I've never felt in this community that like something that I did was not okay.
Yeah.
Or like accepted.
Yeah.
Ever.
Gabe, thoughts?
How did side tangent.
Oh.
How did you guys so obviously you made friends in Tiki. You went to Tiki, Ian went to Tiki Oasis. Yep. How did you guys, if someone was new and they were just getting into Tiki, where should they go to start getting involved in the community and making friends? Do you have any suggestions?
Dark Paradise, our show.
There you go.
So
what's Dark Paradise?
Hey, we'll get there.
I think find your little niches, right? Like I like the fact that niches. I like the fact that Tiki has all of these subset of things, right? You've got like your classic, you've got your traditional, you've got your horror, you've got your kind of off the cuff. Like you have so many little niches of like something that you can still fit into. Find that and then find people in that community, whether it's on social media or in bars.
Yeah.
I like to hope and think that we are a foster of that, where all are welcome and like you can find your community within the people that show up for Dark Paradise. But regardless of where you find it, I think find people that share the same interest as you and kind of expand on that interest within this community. Because Tiki, for me, Tiki is really just like a subset of everything else that you like. And that's why we found the people that we've found, I think.
Yeah, we're big champions here at Creepers Cove of the whole philosophy of nothing is Tiki. So so everything is Tiki.
Right.
A lot of people would have you to believe that like this thing is Tiki, this is not Tiki. And we push against that as much as possible. We think there's a space for everybody to be into whatever you want to be into. Everybody in their normal life is not just one thing. Right? The people who claim to be authentically Tiki are not going out there and living that Tiki lifestyle 24/7. Like you're into other things, and that's okay. So like,
and it's good. You should.
It's great.
Be.
So
Celebrate
celebrate those other things that you're into, and that's why we were able to mash up, our love for like late 70s, 80s, and 90s horror with our love for tropical escapism. And it's like there are all these different countercultures and subgenres of tiki that like you need to embrace, and it's okay to have those kind of meld together, and that actually will bring in more and a bigger form of community. Now, to touch on where to find that community, yes, I think social media is the biggest hub to get that. And you asked like, what is Dark Paradise? That's a show that we created here at Creepers Cove that we did. We initially started over the pandemic, where we wanted to kind of talk about, we wanted to celebrate the cultures, right? That kind of quote unquote gave us this tropical escapism. We took it. We picked and choose from these cultures and the things that we wanted to make acceptable for monetary gain first for the bars that were opened by guys like Don Beach and all that stuff, but also for our home bars and those other commercial bars. But we wanted to make sure that like we were celebrating the cultures, the Filipino culture, and really talking about the history of Filipino bartenders, those contributions. So we wanted to make sure we had a space that was historical but also enjoyable. So we wanted to make sure that with Dark Paradise, we were exploring not just the paranormal aspect. We said, how can we make a show that's a little bit different? Because we want to celebrate the two things that make Creepers Cove what it is: the horror, the paranormal, the unexplainable, the cryptids, the monsters, all that's good stuff, the scary, but then also the tiki and the tropical escapism. So we talked about like, okay, maybe we go to those countries and pay homage to places like the Philippines. We talk about what tiki actually looks like to them, the stuff that they can't actually escape, but that's their actual lives, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what they're actually drinking, right? They're not drinking the cocktails that are made famous at places like Tiki Tea and stuff like that, and drinking their own stuff, right? And we also want to talk about their cryptids, their monsters, the things that they're afraid of. Because I remember when we first watched The Ring, we were taught a new way to feel fear. Right. We kind of been desensitized by, our American folklores and our American cryptids and our American fears. So when we first saw Samara come through that TV, it was like a new thing to be afraid of. So we're like, what other monsters are out there? So we found a way to kind of blend those two things.
So with that, I think it's also important to note what other things are out there, what other flavors are out there, what
other people out there.
People are out there. Like I think you do a really good service to yourself when you recognize that this escapism like culture that you are a fan of also includes so many pieces of so many other cultures that make it what it is. I've learned a lot. I've been with Ian since 2009. I learned a lot about, probably more about his heritage doing this than I have being with him for that long.
That's true. And actually, I tapped into my Filipino heritage because of tropical escapism, because of this tiki thing. Like,
and it's things that we love presented to us in like a form that comes from you. Like that's really very cool. When you really kind of escape yourself and like think about it, you are taking on pieces of other people, and it's very cool.
And it almost goes past like the escapism aspect of it. It's more of like immersing yourself in that experience. It's like, yes, escape what's outside, but fully immerse yourself in an experience where you can actually learn as well. That's what made us to kind of come up with the idea. Another one of our philosophies here at the Cove is sip like you give a shit. It's a little phrase that we coined here, where it's like, yes, enjoy the drinks, right? Enjoy that experience of drinking these amazing cocktails, but also go a little bit further. Take this opportunity to kind of learn about the cultures that kind of gave us these specific types of rums, the histories of the people that are kind of behind the scenes, and the stories that were never told about like those more forgotten bartenders that should be celebrated. Don's boys, guys like Ray Buin and stuff like that, and guys like Adrian, Polynesian Pop, who are championing the telling of these stories.
Like you will be better for it. You will be
just enriches the experience. I think really, it's important.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with learning about people who have given you something so awesome. This community has shown the fuck up for so many people so many times, and there is nothing wrong with spending your time learning about these people who created this community, really created and founded this community. We all owe a debt.
So tap into your social medias. I think that's always a great place. Do meetups, like get yourself out of your little comfort level, step out and safely go and actually see people at bars, do little meetups,
Yes.
join
Join
Facebook groups, right?
Share your location.
That's one thing that we do on our domestic disturbances version of Dark Paradise, where we go virtually to different parts of the country, United States, and we do domestic kind of versions of those episodes. And we talk to people. Like we were just in Houston, Texas, doing domestic disturbances in our last episode, and we hung out with Castaway Grotto, right? And we talked about what Houston's tiki culture is like down there, what kind of tiki community they have down there. That way, hopefully, if somebody's watching and they live in that area, can be like, "Oh, cool! I didn't know this was out there."
This is a safe space.
Let me add Castaway Grotto on Instagram and see if we can kind of build a community and join that community. So little things like that, it's fun.
It's always been interesting to me. I didn't really realize, because I got into tiki and then I kept traveling to do tiki. I would go to California, I would go to Florida, and eventually it became the question of, well, I don't live in California, I don't live in Florida. This is getting very expensive. Is there a tiki community near me? As it turns out, there was a very vibrant tiki community in New England. It just wasn't terribly active. We had Ohanalu at the Lake, which is an amazing event, but that's once a year. And beyond that, nothing much was going on.
You had to build it.
Turns out there wasn't much building, to be honest. It just required someone to say, "Hey, I'm into this," and people followed. I do think, going back to your point about tiki, I think it's just kind of personally for me, if something is tiki or not, I think it's just kind of a mundane question at this point, right? Because I think
it is,
generally speaking, you can tell very quickly if you look at something whether it's tiki or not. Like, it's a very, yes or no answer, but I think it's the wrong question to ask at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong question.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Because
that's the big
nobody's
thing.
bar.
It doesn't.
Nobody's bar is just tiki. Like, that's absurd.
Yeah.
So
our whole big thing is like, everything can be tiki. That's totally fine. You have full license to do whatever the fuck you want with your space, as long as it's inclusive and is not hurtful to anybody. Fucking do your thing. Be into whatever you're into. Like, don't be an asshole about it. Like, if and that's something I've really loved about like what Chalky Tom is doing, Doom Immersive is doing, our good friend Diana Condori with Condor's Cove is doing, Nobian, right? And they're doing such amazing things with this thing, this tropical thing, right? And it's not just Hawaii. There's so many cultures out there. Bolivian, a lot of the Caribbean cultures are not really celebrated and lumped in. Even African culture is not really lumped in, but it's like, look, if it wasn't for the African slave trade, bringing the African slaves to the Caribbean, there wouldn't be sugarcane, there wouldn't be rum, therefore there wouldn't be tiki. So this thing stems and kind of branches out in all these different areas and all these different directions, and all that needs to kind of be recognized. And look, what that does is also that opens up the palate, that opens up the flavor profiles. We could be drinking so many new amazing flavors and different cocktails for fucking decades to come.
We had that one from the bartender in Thailand.
Yeah.
Which was not for me, but it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
And just all of these things that you don't think belong in tiki cocktails, just shut the fuck up, drink your drink, like appreciate what's happening, appreciate the artistry for it.
Yeah.
There is so much crossover with like people who are in these like communities that want this escapism. As long as you appreciate that, there's nothing that you can't find for you in those communities.
Yeah. And to circle back to what I was saying was that like what these people are doing now with this thoughtful tropical movement, people like Diana, people like Shaggy Tama, so many bartenders, a lot of them are of indigenous descent, a lot of them are like Chamorro, a lot of them are women. And it's like, of course, it's fucking women leading the charge on a lot of this stuff. But women bartenders, women bar owners, indigenous peoples are really pushing to make us kind of rethink what this tiki culture can look like in order for it to survive, to move forward. A lot of them are eliminating tiki entirely and we're creating bars that are, quote, immersive or adventure experiences, which I don't think we can ever remove the word tiki, and that's fine, but we could definitely work to redefine it. And a lot of that means a lot of it is putting context, but also creating spaces that are inclusive for all people to enter and feel comfortable.
We need to make a place where tiki isn't like
celebrating the colonialist aspects.
Yeah, synonymous with what, my parents' generation thought of tiki, which is the naked Hawaiian women, like the traditional. We need to move away from that.
I I've got a thing on my end or the way that I distinguish between the two is there's tiki with a capital T, which is technically the correct version, right? And that's a very specific thing. It's in Hawaii, and that's what people. Is a tiki? No, it's not. This is specifically a carving of a Polynesian deity. That's tiki in the most literal sense. But then I don't see why there can't be just
tiki doesn't even come from Hawaii though. That's the thing.
Hawaii's ki'i or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But I don't know why we can't just like lowercase the t, and it, some words have multiple definitions. We have that specific definition, and then we have the American escapism lowercase tiki that kind of includes all of this other stuff that's so common.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, all of us just want to make sure that this thing survives because we all love it. We all love it so much. That's. And
we want to make sure it survives in a way that is respectful.
Well, that's the thing.
Again.
That's the thing. It won't survive if it's not. That's what we're saying. It's like the idea of it fell out of favor multiple times over the course of the 60 or 70 decades that it was around because when social movements happened, right? When people became enlightened to realize,
we still have stuff that
I know. So it's like it has to keep up with the times. It has to keep up with the frame of minds of its contemporary mind frames.
I don't know that it has to for that to remain a thing, but we need to be better. We as the community need to be better than that. We need to make sure that we're doing what we're all doing, right? We need to make sure that we're
appreciating over appropriating. That's the biggest thing. And I
think it does warrant the question, and the answer might be debated depending on who you're talking to. But the question is very valid. Tiki has failed multiple times in the past. It's been almost obliterated. And so the question does become, if you care about Tiki, if you love it, and you want to see it into the future, how do you make sure that doesn't happen again?
You appreciate over appropriate, and you grow with the fact that we're all growing and learning the fact that none of us, I didn't.
Well, that's what we're saying. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, and nobody that I came from created. So I'm white as fuck. This is not mine to claim.
We can see that.
Appreciate. Yeah. See through right now. This is not mine to claim.
Yeah.
I need to be. I can appreciate escapism while also understanding that I have a responsibility to learn what.
You just got to make sure.
You
got to make sure that we're not constantly falling into that trap of it's the way it's always been done, so that's the only way it can be done. But it is a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. That's it. It shouldn't be the thing.
That should no longer be a thing. We need to get away from. The way that things have always been done obviously doesn't work for almost anything other than our relationship. So.
That's true. We've just been doing it the same way
since 2009.
Well, that's a good segue. I think we've kind of dug this one into the ground. We're all saying the same thing now. We're just getting worked up. So let's move on to something.
I'm about to get loud.
It's getting fucking loud, Gabe. This is on you.
This is what happens. Okay. I was thinking because I posed a similar question to the headhunter in San Diego. The question being,
what a bar, Johnny Deacon! My God,
what?
I said, what a fucking bar. The Deacon is amazing.
Yep. Well, it came up, and what the connection between tiki enthusiasts and horror is, and the more I think about it, the more I kind of do feel like it's the thing between you two, behind you, the TV cinema.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about cinema and people that love cinema where they end up in both the tiki realms and the horror realms. Yep. And
we're watching Trick or Treat right now.
You guys have a lot of VHS.
We do.
We do. Yeah. I mean, again, it's escapism, right? And there's something
it's being weird within what you like.
It's also transportive. It's like little time machines. We love analog. We collect vinyl records. We collect horror VHS. It's just like the old shit. You have that stronger connection. Like you have a typewriter that you type on for your computer. We heard you earlier. It's the loudest fucking keyboard ever. Everybody, just listen. Everybody in the chat, just shut up real quick. Gabe, if it's possible for you to type something, go ahead and type. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Just listen to this. That's legit his typewriter
I mean,
keyboard.
if you're into analog, shouldn't you too have a keyboard like that?
I have multiple actual typewriters that I use for my writing. So yes, I love analog. So
What
things
what
like
movie is that where the guy's like pound the keys? Is it Sean Connery? I forget what it is.
Pound the keys.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
this person's
Ooh.
mad at this person because he's like softly typing. He's like, no, like,
Sean
type with gusto.
Blood Rage Engage in the chats probably knows. He's like a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure he can, especially if it's Sean Connery. I think he can pull that one out of his ass and pull it out. So, but no, we love VHS, and what sucks is like when we started doing Creepers Cove, VHS wasn't really a thing. Same way like when we first started collecting vinyl, it hadn't been that revival yet, and it's not because of us, but it's just like that collective unconscious thing. As soon as we started wanting to collect it, it's like super popular again, and it's so fucking hard to find the movies for cheap that we want now for our.
Oh no, really?
God damn it! Oh my god, it's like.
I was going to ask that. I was going to ask if it's if it's become difficult to find the VHS.
It's similar. It's similar to tiki mugs, and this is your world. Like now that like tiki is hot again, all of those vintage mugs or people like sharks that are coming out and just buying up all of them and trying to resell them on eBay. It's the same thing with VHS tapes. Fuck you, sharks.
I agree with the VHS. I disagree with the records. You and I have been collecting records together since 2009.
Oh, I know.
Like,
and I started before that. Oh, I know.
Readily, like that's.
Yeah, but there wasn't
VHS way more difficult to find than vinyl.
Well, what? Oh yeah, no, it totally is. It's really hot right now. But if you remember back in like the late aughts, that's what the kids call it, right? The 2000s.
Yeah, 2009 when you and I were
dating,
it was still,
I don't know
like,
any kids that call it
everywhere.
that. Either I'm completely disillusioned or you are.
Hey, the fellow young folks like me, I'll say it the aughts.
Super young guys. Come on.
Back in my day, VHS was.
I was almost
cents.
voting. I was almost of voting age in the 1900s. Okay, so fuck all you young skins.
It's not okay.
It's
Nobody
awful.
likes that.
Oh god.
But yeah, no, we have a lot. We actually have. So when we have reservations for Creepers Cove, we have a nice little catalog of all the VHS tapes that we have on hand for people to choose the movie that they want to watch for that little spooky reservation that they have. So yeah, it's fucking cool. I love it. Yeah, there's definitely a strong connection with cinema. And TV for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Everybody like bemoans the loss of Blockbuster, and hear me out. I've never understood it because as a kid I hated Blockbuster. It was super overpriced. You know,
it's the mom and pop shop.
One day I had a place. It was called Rocky's Video. Okay,
there you go.
Get 5 movies for 5 days for $5. That's where it was at. I never went to Blockbuster.
So
my older sister's first job was at Cove Drive-In Video. Small mom and pop
Nebraska.
Nebraska still own it. They had like a little drive-up window, but you had to talk to you couldn't do anything except wait for somebody to help you at the drive-in to get go in the back and get your movie. And we spent so much time there, and then they used to do the posters, the promo posters, and I remember waiting patiently for the certain posters to be traded out, so whoever knew the owners, which I did, could basically beg them to give them the posters.
Speaking of which, tangent, my home video store when I was a child, and The Ring came out. You mentioned The Ring earlier.
I'm telling you, man.
They had a cardboard stand-up with the girl whose name I don't remember. You probably know.
Samara.
Okay.
We have an animatronic of Samara here in the Cove, and our dog fucking hates it.
Yep.
Which is great. So if there's a place that we want to keep Scully out of, we just put Samara up there, and she will never go near it. So it's great. So cardboard cutout of Samara.
I bought it. And
great.
Okay, I'm a child, so I'm carrying this cardboard stand-up, back home on the sidewalk. And I get home and I go to the bathroom and I open the shower and I put it in the shower and I close the curtain.
Oh, no.
I just wait because I know that movie freaked my brother out. I hadn't even seen the movie at the time. And sure enough, a few hours later, all of a sudden, just this blood-curdling screech you would not believe came from my brother, came from the bathroom as he ripped the curtain open and saw this girl in the shower. Yeah.
I love it. Similar to that, the Queen, Autumn's younger sister, the baby sister, hates Chucky, and we have a little Chucky doll here. And anytime Nikki would visit us in Kansas City or anything like that, we would, when she was like in the bathroom, we would just put Chucky right outside the door. We put it in her room, and the same thing, you get those great screams.
It really scares her.
Speaking of Nikki, her and her husband, Nathan, shout out. What's up, Nathan? They were just
What's up, Nikki?
they're in your part of town, and they actually went to Woosong, and they picked up this adorable little mug for us for the Cove.
Nice. You got the monkey.
So we got the little tiny monkey guy. So
Ian got the monkey. I got a hot sauce.
yeah. So
that's my love language.
Did you say you got hot sauce?
Yes.
hot sauce. She likes it hot.
Yes.
Some
I
like it
want
hot.
all of the hot sauce all of the time. So anytime anybody goes anywhere, they bring me hot
Yeah.
sauce.
Why aren't we doing hot ones then right now?
We
I
should,
don't know, I want
Why aren't we
to,
lighting up
but,
chicken wings?
dude, because we got to do that shit in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta like.
We actually.
That's a in-person
Yeah.
interview, but I fucking love hot sauce.
I'm not doing the bomb though. I draw the line on that one.
No, you gotta do it, man.
No.
When
I mean,
when
if you find one, okay, you can find one of equal. Is it Scoville's? Equal Scoville's, just not that one.
Okay. All right.
Look, I am all about the Scoville level. Like, I will find something comparable. I love hot sauce. Like,
Yeah.
I legitimately love
Too
hot
much.
sauce. Like, our whole like fridge door is hot sauce. All of them. It's just sometimes it gets too spicy, but
Rectum damn near killed him.
I love hot sauce. It's like a love language to me. It's so nice.
Her love hurts, bro.
Yeah,
love
it
hurts.
does. It hurts your
Yeah,
butthole.
it hurts your butthole.
Hot sauce.
Yeah.
The keys to autumn.
Seven siblings.
Is that the
I
one that
think.
Andrew brought?
Yes. So Andrew from Surfside Sips brought me this hot sauce that is now my favorite fucking thing in the world that I got to my dad for Christmas because he also loves hot sauce. It's called Seven Siblings, and they have like 3 different kinds. All of them are so hot. Just
you didn't hear?
hot.
I hate to break this to you, but they've discontinued that hot sauce.
They didn't. I just bought it. You liar. You liar.
It just was announced earlier this morning.
You are so full of shit.
It's fucking trending on Twitter right now, bro. It's all over Twitter.
Look,
Everyone's enraged.
Everything that you love.
The world's most popular hot sauce is gone.
Man, it surpassed fucking free Palestine, which by the way, free Palestine.
Look, yes, absolutely.
Also,
that's not funny.
Sean says recommendation. So yes, 7 siblings.
Yes.
Try that.
Yes.
I saw in the chats also Radioactive Tiki. What's up, Radioactive Tiki? Great people. They said, what are some most collectible VHS tapes? Yes, I would say original Sleepaway Camp, which is a big money one right now. We have the original Nightmare on Elm Street pressing. We have the original Scanners, original Popcorn, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre pressings. So those are some of our big ticket ones, but we don't care if it's.
It wasn't all about Ian. It wasn't all about you. It was the most collectible
I'm just saying,
VHS tapes, not your most collectible VHS tapes.
My most collectible is.
I don't know then.
Me for,
oh, true.
Yeah, Ian got me for some holiday.
Christmas. It was a stocking stuffer. It was a stocking stuffer.
The VHS version of Silent Hill
had to be custom made because it wasn't released until after they discontinued VHS tapes. So I
love that movie. So it's like
for go-to.
It's like Silence of the Lambs, Hot Fuzz, Silent Hill. It's so good.
It's weird.
It's so good. Why is that weird?
I'm just
Those are my top 3.
What are the ones you're still hunting? Are there any that you're missing that you're looking for?
What's up?
VHS tapes?
What are we still hunting? VHS. Are you dead? No?
Mine's dying, man.
Oh, go to the.
Hold on, we're gonna sync up with some other headphones.
Ian's down.
Hold, please. Hold.
Oh no! This is the first time I've gotten to use this. One moment, please. Technical difficulties. Be back soon. Guys, while we're waiting on them and they sort out their chat, I do have to announce a couple things. We have the Enchanted Carving Contest that is sponsored by Plantation Rum, and we have the winners. Hey, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
We're back, I think.
All right.
Don't reveal the winners yet.
Can you hear us?
What if I reveal one of the winners? Can I do that? Yeah, I can do
Reveal
that.
one of the winners. Come on, Gabe.
We'll reveal one of the. We'll do it piecemeal. How about that?
Yes.
How about that?
Clearly.
Let's see here. I want to be able to show it off here.
While you do that, I'm going to shake up another round of Mike Dies.
All right, so we got this one here. So there were 3 prizes. And I'll pull this up. Okay, so these are the prizes. There are 3 potential prizes that you can win. There was the Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of the Golden Idol Lego set that you could potentially win just by entering.
Fucking dibs.
Then there was the
Nice.
prize for favorite tiki design, Polynesiacs Tiki at Home by Tiki Tom Tom, who was a guest earlier on the month. And then the prize for our favorite overall design is a Trouble in Paradise, long sold out cocktail mug from the Search for Tiki.
Beautiful.
Oh boy.
Great mug,
So
great mug, buddy.
the winner of the Lego set. Let's do that. So this was randomly picked. And here's the pumpkin. This was the winning pumpkin.
Shit.
That's so good.
And
Oh,
it
I
was
like
done
that
by
very
Todd Garfield. So congratulations to Todd Garfield.
Todd!
You've won a Temple of the Golden Idol Lego set.
Dude, that's dope.
Love that.
Holy shit. That's an amazing fucking pumpkin, dude.
People go all out. People
Yeah.
are wild.
Also, Plantation. Shout out fucking Adrian Stoner of Plantation. Love her. Amazing people.
Adrian is so awesome.
She's so sweet. I
Adrian's
love
the
her
best.
so much.
She's great people.
I got
Love
to meet
having
her.
Adrian on here.
I don't know why I didn't meet anybody else from the community other than people that I knew, but she was in Kansas City and I got to meet her and she was fucking phenomenal. I just want to hang out with her. Also, we got to close down a bar with her. She's great. I love her.
Behind the bar, or was she in front of the bar?
We were patrons of this particular bar. It was a jazz lounge.
Green Lady Lounge. And
Yeah.
It's a great, great jazz bar.
Oh, it was the one thing I wanted to do while we were there that wasn't like related to the group and like the people that we were seeing and the things that we were
pop-ups were
doing.
going on.
Yeah, it was the one thing that I wanted to do. Ian and I actually moved to Kansas City because of that bar, or partially because of that bar.
Yeah, we had a couple boxes that we needed to check off when we first moved to Kansas City from New York, and was like, needs a cool like music bar. So like great jazz. We love jazz.
Mhm.
Had a great dive bar, which is the
Mhm.
Brick. Shout out to the Brick and Roxy, one of our favorite people.
Well, and we ended the weekend there.
I know,
And
right.
like we were sitting there at like mid-afternoon on a Sunday and nobody else was there and it's really dark in there. It's a jazz lounge. And I was like, I think I could live here.
Yeah, so
it was
visit
I love
Kansas
that
City.
bar.
Visit Kansas City. We can't recommend it enough. Don't move there. Missouri's
Don't move there.
don't move
Missouri's a
there.
fucked up state.
It is,
But if
yeah.
you want to visit,
Ian's
Kansas
dropping truth bombs.
It's
wanna-
true. It's true.
visit Kansas City, but
Yeah.
stay in Kansas City. Do not venture
No.
out like 10 minutes outside of Kansas City proper. You're not going to be happy, especially if you're brown.
It's
you're not
true.
going to want to do that.
It's true. There's a lot to love in Kansas City. A lot to love in Kansas City as visitors.
Yeah. Hey, Gabe, I have a question for you and the Queen. We can all chime in on this.
I don't know if I'm
Okay.
accepting questions,
Oh,
Tough
but
shit.
lay it on me. We'll see.
So, this can be like a Dark Paradise question. We want this is something I kind of thought of right before we were going on, and I wanted to pose it to you. We all know the marry, fuck, kill scenario, right?
uh-huh.
Gabe, are you familiar with the marry, fuck, kill scenario?
Yes, I am.
All right, so out of 3, you have to choose which one you're going to be choosing to either marry, fuck, or kill. Hey, Bones. It's like Bones' girlfriend. I like her caftan.
Can I choose Bones?
No.
This
No,
is not
He's
Caftan.
going to give you choices. It's not
Also-
us 3.
also
He's
that's-
going to give you choices.
That's not
Oh.
Bones. Bones is ours. Bones
Oh.
Beach Motor is ours. Bones is who started Creepers.
Oh,
Cove.
shit.
You can't name your caftan wearing skeleton Bones. You
Okay.
have to give it a new name.
I didn't. You called him that.
No.
Just to be clear, you called him Bones.
Rewind
You
the tape.
gave him that name.
All right, you guys sort
Anyway.
it out. I'm gonna pick your nose.
Good point. Okay, so instead of marry, fuck, kill, we can't kill any of these because we're gonna go with horror movie icons for this scenario. We'll call it marry, date, fuck. Right, so we're gonna keep it like you just want to have a one night stand with one of these. You want to date one for an extended period of time, and one of them you want to lock up and marry. We're gonna go with the holy trinity of horror. We're gonna go with Freddy Krueger of Nightmare on Elm Street. We're obviously gonna go Jason Voorhees of Friday the 13th fame, and then we're gonna go with the king of Halloween himself, Michael Myers. So,
are we safe to assume that none of them are gonna kill us?
Yeah, no, they're looking for romance. They're like the creeps who come to Creepers Cove. They're retired now.
That's a good question, Gabe.
They're looking for love in all the right places with one of us three. All right, so fuck, date, marry. Jason, Freddy, and Michael Myers. We'll start with you, Gabe.
Start with me.
Start with you, man.
Okay. Dating, it's got to be Freddy Krueger. That's the first thought. Okay, because of the fingers, you know. I don't want that in the bedroom, and I don't want that a part of my permanent life.
So, but you're gonna have a long-term relationship with those fingers if you're dating them.
You just said dating. You didn't say how long.
So,
That's fair. That's fair.
How casual are these dates?
Let him answer.
I want to show your work.
No, let him answer first.
There's one date and it didn't go well. We decided to mutually part ways.
Fair.
No, it's dating.
And then
all right, 2 dates and it didn't go well.
I'm gonna marry Mike Myers.
Okay, so you're just gonna fuck one night stand Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, because Mike is super quiet and I feel like he's chill. He'll let me just live my life.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yep.
You just want it quiet, submissive. Okay.
Says
a lot, Gabe. Says a
no,
lot, Gabe.
no.
Says a lot, Gabe.
But given the choice between Mike and Jason, yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm choosing.
But hey, Jason is also strong, silent type.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also going to be looming in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah, forever.
So is Michael.
He's always going to be. He's going to be
outside. He's going to be outside, hanging in the laundry, just looming, staring up at you. All right. What about you?
You know what? Okay. Fair enough. They're too similar. It doesn't matter either way.
Oh,
it's true.
Gabe,
you're rock, paper, scissors.
Gabe, you're a catch. You shouldn't settle. Okay, don't just settle. All right, Queen. Queen.
Yeah.
Marry, date, fuck.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I am marrying Michael Myers.
Why?
Because I have a thing for him.
Sure, she does.
He is very tall and very
what is
big.
With women they have a thing for Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I want to fuck Michael Myers.
No, not marry.
No, I'm saying just in general.
I want to make love.
I know.
To him.
In this scenario, you're gonna make love to Michael. There's a thing.
He's so tall.
This is weird.
He's
this is so weird.
It's very true though, Gabe. It's a thing. Like women have this weird erotic.
He's so tall. Okay. He's tall. He's gonna look good next to me in like holiday pictures. He's very tall.
I don't think that's what you were originally gonna say.
Well,
holiday pictures is not where that sentence was going.
I mean, he's gonna look good in other things either. Like he is very tall.
Okay. So
and I am tall, and that's nice.
Okay.
I am dating Jason because he shuts the fuck up. I don't need somebody that I'm dating to talk to me.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
I
am fucking Freddy because he gets real kinky real quick, and then I can move on.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a completely different answer.
Oh.
I am going to fuck Michael Myers.
Fair.
Just fuck him once, one night stand, because I want to climb that pole.
Everybody wants to climb that tree. Everybody.
Climb that guy, and then I'm going to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm going to date Jason. I'm going to date Jason Voorhees. Because look, Michael only will take me around Haddonfield. He doesn't explore outside of his hometown.
That's true. Jason is an outdoorsman.
Jason is outdoorsy. Right? We'll go to the lake. Also, he'll take me to the city. He'll go to Manhattan. just like he did in part 8. He'll take me to town.
That's true.
We'll
He's
go-
a man about town.
We'll go paint Manhattan red. So I think he'd be more fun to date. We can go on hikes. We can go clubbing in Manhattan. I feel like he's gonna show me.
You
a
can go
good
in the
time.
lake.
This is point of contention here. I know this is gonna be a hot take. I'm gonna marry Freddy Krueger.
Why? Explain it.
He's spicy. He's gonna keep it interesting. He's gonna call me bitch all the time. We're gonna like have these fun arguments. We're gonna have great makeup sex, but also something people know about me, or if you don't know, I don't sleep well. So
That's true.
for my own physical
That's
well-being,
true.
I need to be with someone who's gonna help me sleep, and that guy is gonna make sure that I get a solid 8 hours every night.
I don't think that's true.
He won't let
Okay.
me wake
I
up.
don't think that's true.
Counterpoint. Are you
Mhm.
generally in a? I'm asking Autumn about Ian.
Okay.
Is he
Yes.
generally
Shut up.
cold or hot?
Cold?
Because you'd be sleeping next to an inferno.
Yeah. No, he's not.
I run cold. We balance each other.
He does run cold. He would balance,
Okay.
but he also so like anything wakes him up though. That's the problem. It's not just like,
Yeah, so Freddie could keep me under.
well, but you're not gonna wake up refreshed. You're not gonna feel good the next morning.
We're in love. He's not trying to like scare me at this
Oh,
point.
he
He's gonna-
doesn't love anybody except children. So he is absolutely gonna be trying to scare you. He is a pedophile.
Allegedly.
No, he is.
Allegedly.
He was never convicted.
Because he
Don't
was
they-
killed. He is
Don't they
absolutely
announce that
a
in like one of the
pedophile.
newer ones, like the reboot?
The
Didn't
newer
they just
one.
come out with it?
Well,
They-
it
so
alludes.
never in Wes Craven.
No,
Never in
it
Wes Craven.
alludes to it even early on. He's a fucking pedophile.
No,
Okay.
You want
It
to fucking marry a pedophile?
it strongly alludes, but then I think in the reboot they just like
I
confirm
think
that
you're
theory.
projecting.
No,
This
it's
says
no.
more
Don't
about
listen
who
to
you
him.
guys are.
Do not listen to him. It does strongly allude that he is a pedophile. Ian's just gonna bypass that so he gets a good night's sleep. You
Sleep is
monster.
important. Get a solid
Oh.
8. I've never. Oh, shit.
It's time.
Oh,
Is that the time?
Yeah,
All right,
it
we got-
is time.
All right.
we gotta
Some other
announce
questions?
another. Hold
What
on,
we
we gotta
got?
announce another pumpkin. A
Mhm.
pumpkin winner. Yep.
Let's see it.
Should we announce both of them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Just a quick reminder, guys. Here are the prizes. We already announced the winner for the Golden Idol. The best Tiki design is going to get a copy of Polynesiac's Tiki at Home, written by Tiki Tom Tom. And our favorite overall design is going to get a limited edition, first edition Trouble in Paradise cocktail
I'll
mug.
show my boobs for that.
Man, after that first one, like that thing was incredible. I'm excited to
was
see who's gonna
really
like win it
good.
all. This is insane. That's such a good pumpkin.
Let's do the Tiki one. How about that?
Okay. This is for the
All right.
Polynesiacs book.
So the winner of the Tiki pumpkin this design right here.
Good.
And it was this was an Instagram submission at Origami by Frasco. So congratulations at Origami by Frasco.
That is beautiful.
And then we've got here's another shot of it. And then here it is in the daylight when it's not.
That
so,
is
so
very good.
Christ, dude.
Good
creepy.
job.
People more
buddy.
talented than I.
Same.
Same.
Dude. Same.
Yeah.
My God.
And then my personal favorite overall design. Are you guys ready?
Okay. Yes.
All right.
I'm so excited.
This is two pumpkins.
Do you want to do
Oh.
what? The kissing?
All right, here we go.
69ing?
So
Oh.
this person wins
Is
the
it
Trouble in
boobs?
Paradise cocktail mug.
No.
It's not. Well, now that you say that.
Mm.
Here
Those
we
are
go.
boobs.
Oh, that's a boob!
Yeah, that is so good.
That is so good.
Fucking brain.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Angeline Newman, good
Congratulations.
job.
So yes, this guy is drinking this zombie brains.
I
this,
love
zombie
that.
cocktail
Holy
So
crap.
congratulations to Angeline Newman. You have won the Trouble in Paradise cocktail mug.
Fucking
Good job, Angelie. That is
fully
so good.
deserving. Fully deserving. My God.
Yes.
I suck
Excellent.
at carving pumpkins.
Well,
Apparently.
it's okay.
My word.
I still have hope for you. You know, if you marry Freddy Krueger, he can help you out.
He can actually, he can whip that shit out pretty damn good.
Oh, that's Edward Scissorhands. That's not a thing.
That's true. We got any more questions? What's on your list? What's on your sheets down there?
Well, somehow we talked for an hour.
We did.
You know.
Yeah.
Quick.
I know.
You got quick questions.
So here are the questions. People need to know. So there's going to be 3. Okay. And you can just whip them out.
Yes.
That's what we do here in Creepers Cove. We whip it out. You got. Where can people follow you? What is Dark Paradise?
No, we're not answering as we go. Sorry. I thought we were answering as we go. I'm sorry. God.
Hold your horses on. I'm pausing for dramatic emphasis.
Okay.
Settle down.
Okay. Where can people follow Creepers Cove? What is Dark Paradise and how do people tune in?
Okay.
And do you have any merch in the future that people could be interested in?
Sure. Do you want to take the
Let's
first
talk about
question? Where can people find us?
At Creepers Cove.
Yeah, it's a very easy one. We're most active on Instagram. So,
yeah. As of right now, that may change, but follow us for more. Next.
Yeah. So at Creepers Cove is the place to find us. We own the domain for creeperscove.com. We're thinking about reviving the website. There we are. Creepers Cove.
There you are.
Creepers
Look at you.
_ Cove. Follow us on there. We're most active on there. We also have a Facebook. We do a beach motors group on there as well. It's kind of just all things tiki and creepy that you can kind of just share and we can all chime in and comment on.
I know.
We're actually, I think we're going to move towards kind of reviving our website. We're going to build that out as a place for not only making reservations for Creepers Cove if you're local or you want to come by and visit. That's a place to
for your home bar?
For our home bar. We run it as a spookiest. You get it?
So clever.
You get it. But also it's going to be a place where we're going to post some extra content. If we decide to go down to Patreon, it's kind of the place to access that stuff. We're really digging your live stream format. So I think we're going to eventually be moving towards going to YouTube to do our lives for Dark Paradise. Segue Dark Paradise, like you asked for question number 2. We do our lives. We used to go every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. It became just too much to kind of take on. So we're kind of going with our strict formatted Dark Paradise domestic disturbances every other Thursday. So it's going to be our first and third Thursdays of the month. Mostly. And then the ones like the second and the fourth are what we call our more loose beach voters, where we kind of we take a lot of Q&As from the public, from our fellow creepers who send in random ass, creepy ass questions and we answer them. We're an open book. So literally anything is on the table. Sean, you're in the chat. You know, like we love the engagement with the public and we love the exchange. This only works if it's me and Autumn together. It's the funnest part. So experiencing that exchange between us where we battle against one another is a lot of fun during Dark Paradise. But the point of Dark Paradise is we celebrate the things that are creepy and unexplained and paranormal and cryptid and monsters and stuff, but we also talk about things that are tiki. And with the domestic disturbances video versions of those episodes, like kind of we talked about, and I would actually love to have you on for what state are you in exactly?
New Hampshire.
We have never done New Hampshire, so we'd love to have you be the representative for Domestic Disturbances New Hampshire, where you would come on, you would talk to us about what your community is like in New Hampshire, what your tiki history is like in New Hampshire. We'd also do our research as well and kind of chime in and bounce off one another. We would also talk about what your local cryptids are like, your local folklore, and kind of share that connection as well. So we have the darkness. We also have the paradise, and it's also a chance for people to connect who might be in that area who are looking to build that community or join that community. Gives them access to it to know that people like you, Gabe, are doing these meetups with the New England Tiki Society. Is it a society?
Yeah,
it is a society.
We got a haunted theater down the street. Should we?
Yeah, see, that's amazing.
Tiki meetup right there at the haunted theater.
Yeah, don't get away now. We'll talk about it when you come on. We'll talk about it. Come on. What was the last part? What was question number 3? Merch,
baby.
Okay. So yes, we've been really fortunate. We have a lot of friends who are just way more talented and when it comes to artistry than we are. I'm an ideas guy. I can like map things out and kind of give you an idea, but like we have people like Mac from Old Mac Tiki who can kind of bring that stuff to life. We have people like Johnny from Collective X who can bring that stuff to life. My stuff is very basic, but these people can kind of bring this into like gather all those thoughts and kind of actually put it into an actual design. So they've been fortunate enough to devote their time and energy to do things like that. So we got a couple of shirt designs that are coming out. We have our Bones the Beach Motor, this amazing fucking design.
Oh,
Thanks.
Nice.
Stay creepy. Do that tiki.
Nice.
We have this shirt design coming out. With the awesome fucking match.
Oh, you got a little patch on the front. Nice.
Yeah.
Little...
We took Max, Old Mac Tiki's original Creepers Cove design, and Johnny was able to kind of horrify it and kind of make all of the letters into like a weird horror version of that letter. So it says Creepers Cove. We've got that shirt coming out. We also take a stance because we sip like we give a shit. We do things like buy rums, not guns. We got cool shirts like
you
that.
guys got a whole line of shirts coming out.
We got all this stuff.
Yeah.
We have our original Tiki Creep hat. I gotta send you one of these. You gotta rock this. It's black. I know you'd love it. Look good, propped up with your bangs hanging out like that.
With the red hair.
Black. Yep.
This is one of our newest. I know bucket hats are in, so we have a beach motor hat.
Nice.
So as opposed to beach combers, we're all about Bones the Beach Motor here.
Beach
We get
Mowers.
drunk.
And that's your
drunk.
Facebook group that you were mentioning, right?
That is.
Yes.
And then who knows? If you guys are really into it, you guys can get this really exclusive Tiki shirt.
Oh my God, I saw that. Wait, are you actually making a bunch of those?
Exclusive, super rare.
He will.
Sold out. Designed by that famous white guy. So we'll probably.
I saw you wearing that at the like Be Kind Rewind pop-up.
Yeah, I also wore it at the most recent Tiki Oasis, and people like Beach Bum Berry actually approved. So we might do a line of those too. But we also have a couple things in the works in terms of working with our friend Chip over at Ohana is Dead. Might be coming out with a mug with them with Montiki. And we're actively working on a design for our first ever Mai Tai glass. So stay tuned for that, guys. Follow us. Make sure you see. Yeah.
Creepers_Cove on Instagram, guys. Give them a follow. Thank you, Ian and Autumn, for joining us. For our
Thank you, Gabe, for having us.
Tiki Frights. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Shout out Bud Light, man. Gabe.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe, thanks for all you do for the community, man. We appreciate you bringing everybody together, man. This is great. Thanks for having us on this.
Ditto to you guys.
Stay creepy.
Keep doing that tiki.
Yay!
Happy Halloween, folks.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.